Natalya revealed WWE threatened to fire her. Loyalty gets you threatened. Nearly 2 decades of service gets you a pink slip held over your head like a guillotine. That's what Natalya just revealed about her relationship with WWE. And if you're surprised, you haven't been paying attention to how this company treats the people who bleed for it. Natalya Neidhart didn't just work for WWE, she was WWE. Third-generation royalty, daughter of Jim the Anvil Neidhart, niece of Bret Hart, granddaughter of Stu Hart. She carried the weight of wrestling's most respected family name while building her own legacy as a 2-time women's world champion and one of the most reliable performers the company has ever employed. She's been there through regime changes, roster purges, and creative disasters. She showed up. She performed. She never complained publicly. She did everything a company could ask of a veteran employee. And WWE threatened to fire her anyway. The revelation came during an interview where Natalya finally stopped protecting the company that clearly never protected her. She explained that despite her tenure, despite her family legacy, despite being exactly the kind of reliable veteran WWE claims to value, she was told her position wasn't secure. That if she didn't accept certain creative decisions, certain positioning on the card, certain treatment that undermined everything she'd accomplished, they would simply let her go. Because in WWE's calculation, even 18 years of loyalty and professionalism can be erased the moment you stop being convenient. Think about what this actually means. Natalya has been with WWE since 2008. She's wrestled through every era of women's wrestling evolution. She was there when women got 3-minute bathroom break matches. She was there fighting for the women's revolution before it had a marketing name. She was there training the next generation, putting over younger talent, being the steady hand that made everyone around her better. She did everything right according to the unwritten rules of professional wrestling loyalty. And WWE's response to all that was a threat, not a thank you, not a guarantee of security, not even basic respect for someone who represents 3 generations of wrestling excellence, just the corporate equivalent of a gun to the head. Accept diminished status or we'll replace you with someone younger who hasn't figured out yet that loyalty means nothing to a company that views everyone as disposable. The timing of these threats makes it even more insulting. This happened during a period when WWE was publicly celebrating its history, promoting legacy talents, and marketing itself as a company that honors its past. Triple H's regime talks endlessly about respecting veterans and treating talent better than the McMahon era did. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, they're threatening to fire someone whose family literally helped build the wrestling business WWE profits from. Natalya represents everything WWE claims to value: work ethic, professionalism, company loyalty, ability to work with anyone at any level, willingness to do whatever the company needs without drama or public complaints. She's the model employee by every metric WWE pretends to use when evaluating talent. But none of that protected her when creative decided they wanted to do something different. None of that legacy mattered when someone in management decided 18 years of service was worth less than the convenience of not having to work around her and their booking plans. The hypocrisy is staggering when you consider how WWE talks about itself publicly versus how it operates privately. Every press release celebrates long-term talents. Every interview with Triple H emphasizes his respect for the roster. Every corporate statement positions WWE as a company that's evolved beyond the ruthless business practices of previous eras. But Natalya's revelation exposes all of that as performative nonsense. WWE treats its longest-serving employees the same way it always has, with threats, with disposability, with the fundamental understanding that no matter who you are or what you've done, you're only as valuable as your utility in this specific moment. What makes this particularly cruel is that Natalya couldn't even leverage her family legacy for job security. Being Hart doesn't protect you. Being third-generation wrestling royalty doesn't matter. WWE will threaten to fire you while simultaneously using your family name to market their historical programming and documentaries. They'll profit from the Hart legacy while holding a pink slip over the head of someone who carries that name. The disrespect isn't just professional, it's personal in ways that cut deeper than typical corporate callousness. The threat also reveals WWE's calculation about what they can get away with. They knew Natalya was too professional to make this public at the time. They knew her family background meant she understood the business and wouldn't burn bridges publicly. They counted on her swallowing the disrespect and continuing to perform because that's what veterans do. They weaponized her professionalism against her, using her own reliability as leverage to accept treatment that someone with less tenure would rightfully refuse. And it worked. Natalya stayed, she continued to perform, she kept being reliable, kept putting over younger talent, kept being exactly what WWE needed her to be. Because she loves wrestling more than she hates being disrespected by the company that employs her. That's the trap WWE sets for lifers like Natalya. They know you'll take the abuse because leaving means abandoning the only career you've ever known, the only world that makes sense to someone born into wrestling royalty. But here's what WWE miscalculated. Eventually, people get tired of protecting a company that never protected them. Eventually, the anger outweighs the professionalism. Eventually, veterans like Natalya realize that staying silent about mistreatment doesn't earn respect, it just enables the behavior to continue. Her revelation isn't about burning bridges. It's about finally acknowledging publicly what everyone in the locker room already knows. WWE treats veteran employees as disposable the moment they're not convenient, regardless of what they've contributed or what their family legacy represents. This isn't unique to Natalya. She's just the one who finally said it out loud. How many other long-term WWE performers are living under similar threats? How many veterans are accepting diminished positions and disrespectful treatment because they know the alternative is being released and watching the company move on without acknowledging their contributions? How many third and fourth generation wrestlers are learning that family legacy means nothing when creative wants to go in a different direction? The message WWE sent to Natalya is the message they send to everyone eventually. Your contributions are historical footnotes. Your loyalty is expected but not reciprocated. Your family legacy is useful for documentaries but doesn't earn you job security. You exist to serve the company's needs in this moment, and the second those needs change, you become expendable regardless of what you've done or who you are. Natalya revealing this threat forces an uncomfortable question WWE doesn't want to answer. If someone with her tenure, her family background, her professionalism, and her reliability can be threatened with termination for not accepting whatever creative decides, what chance does anyone else have? If being a Hart and working for nearly 2 decades doesn't earn you basic job security, what exactly does WWE value beyond this quarter's ratings and next month's storyline?